Okay, welcome back. Today we're gonna continue on with our chapter on military. And this is... Where's our window? Oh no, we were right. Okay, so our first character of the day, Ling. Ling means other, another, separate, or separately. Ling. So this is very commonly used in 另外 for another or separately. Zhao. Zhao means to call, summon, invite, recruit, move and inspire, call together. So like when you get a bunch of people together to do something. Zhao. So in this context we're talking about military recruits. If you say 另招, we're talking about new recruits that we get separately. 展. 展 can mean towering. It's got a mountain on top there. Good or very. So this is probably most commonly used in the word 崭新. 崭新 means brand new. So like all new, factory condition, mint condition, 崭新, brand new. 旅 in this context refers to a brigade, military brigade of the army, but outside of that we use this very frequently, talking about traveling, journeys, trips. So you'd use like 旅行 for travel, like as a recreational activity, or 旅途 旅行 旅游 tourism. 旅店 is a hotel. 旅程 is your itinerary. All these kinds of words use 旅. Tui. This has a bug tone on this side because it relates to the way that they shed their shells when they grow. Slough off, exuviate, molt, die, degenerate, or get rid of. We're talking about like the way snakes and bugs will shed their skin or their shells to make room for new growth. 衰 means to decrease progressively, reduce, decline, wane, or wither. So in this context, we're talking about the troops. Over time, when your troops wear thin and you gotta have new recruits to replace them. Ooh means not, don't, or not have. So, like there's this very popular TV show in China called 非诚勿扰. Means like if you're not sincere or you're not serious, then don't bother. 勿谓言之不预. So anything if you're selling, don't do that, or it's not a certain way. In this context, we're saying 厌, which means loathe, abhor, detest. Like if you're really annoyed, sick of something, disgusted with it. In this context, we're saying don't be that way. Don't treat your new recruits that way. do not resent them for being green, because over time you can train them to be strong. Diao. We got a rock on this side. The right side is for the sound. Diao refers to a stone chamber, a blockhouse, this kind of thing. Where you got a guy inside there shooting the big guns out of the hole. Let's see, this one's been blasted by enemy fire. Diao Bao. Usually this is used as a word together. Diao Bao to refer to the pillbox. Bao refers to a small camp, a fort or fortress, or a town with walls. So this is also used like in Baolei, a citadel, a bastion, Baozai. So it's a walled fortress. Cui means to break, destroy, defeat, or collapse. So you'd use it very frequently, this word, 摧毁, where 毁 means ruin, destroy, abolish, eliminate, corrupt, undermine. So 摧毁 together. Since they both have the meaning of destroy, that's what it means together. 摧毁. So your fortress has been destroyed. Yong. You got yong on the right, that's for the sound. And this on the side, this the hand tells you that it's an action. Yong means a hug. So that's the yong in yong bao for embrace. Can also refer to the environ, the surroundings, to surround something, hold, gather, support, crowd, guard, or wrap. So all these sorts of related meanings to embracing or surrounding or enveloping something. Ji means to push against. Like if you're pushing your way through a crowd, you'd also use this. Ji, expel, crowd out, or ostracize. Tao means to run away, escape, evade, hide, leave, or break away from. So this is frequently used with 逃避. 逃避 is to escape, or 逃犯 is an escaped prisoner. 逃兵 would be a deserter, because兵is your soldier, right? Your soldier ran away. 逃离, to run away. Li is to go away. 逃难, so refugees. 逃跑, because 跑 is run. So this is again running away, fleeing, escaping. All these kinds of words. 窜 also refers to hide, scuttle, scurry off, but specifically in the context of having done something bad or something dangerous or something for which you would expect to suffer dire consequences, and hiding or being exiled or banished so as to try to escape those negative consequences is what 窜 means. So here, 拥挤逃窜. It's just when you get all your troops together and make a break for it. You're retreating. 逃窜. 俘. This 俘 means to capture or take prisoner. Take captive. 俘. 虏 is take prisoner or capture also. Rob or enslave. So 俘虏 is what you call your prisoners of war. Capture. 角 this 角 means wind? No, this is not wind. This is wind. I feel like that should be clarified. Wind, like when you wind up, twist, or wrap. 缠绕. Jiao can also mean to hand over or pay or capture. So that's used in this word. 缴械. 缴械, which means to disarm. Disarm. And that is the word that we have right here. 械. 械 is fetters, shackles, such like appliance, an instrument, a tool, or weapon. So here we're talking about handing over your weapons. 缴械 means to disarm. So when you take your prisoners captive, you disarm them. 声. 声. You see this as 声 on the right for the sound. 声. But this is 胜. 胜 means to defeat, surpass, or prevail over. Victory. Can also refer to wonderful. Exhausted completely. This apparently refers to scenic spots and historical sites. I don't think this is as common of a usage. Did you say this used
名胜
scenic spots?
Yeah, 名胜啊，名胜古迹啊，一直说的。
名胜古迹. So I guess that's a pretty common phrase.
Yeah.
But outside of that phrase, it doesn't have this meaning.
就是用在这个地方，其他地方不
Yeah,
用。
this word right here. 名胜古迹, which refers to scenic spots and historical sites. But other than that, it doesn't have the meaning of that. It's only in that phrase. So wonderful, exhausted, complete. In this context, we 胜败, or 败 is defeat. That's the next word. We're talking about military victory.
请练习今天新学的字。
But it means ruin, fail, spoil, damage, lose the battle, be defeated, worn out, rotten. So, the context contrasts them against each other, victory and defeat.
请练习今天。
前 means to go forward or go ahead. Anything that's ahead or forward. Things that are in the front. Or things that happened some time ago or before. Or former, in the past, in advance. Or the future. It can be the previous or future. So if you're talking about previous, you would say 前一次. But if you say future, you want to say 往前.
我前进。
前进. Well, you'll know because when you use it to mean future, it's in words where the other character only refers to things in the future. So because of that context, you'll be able to tell that it's talking about things in the future. But in the past, generally if you use this by itself, it's referring to things in the past. 延 means to 这个搞错了，填错了。
顺着对的。
No, because this is where the English is supposed to go.
Oh, okay.
延 means to float downstream or follow a street, a tradition, a pattern. If you follow if you follow a path or like the arrows on some path, something like that. The perimeter, the walls of a track, anything like that. Yen, edge, the border. So here when we say 胜败前沿, why does it say 前沿 in this context? Right. 前沿in the military context refers to the front lines of the battle. Okay, next up. Wang. This Wang means twisted, crooked, wicked, unjust, or in vain. So you'll see this has Wang on the right side, which is for the sound, and its original meaning is crooked, bent, or not straight. So I suppose having the wood on the left is because of the way certain trees grow. Yun means just or fair. It can also mean permit or allow. So like in words such as 允许, this is a very, very common word, 允许, for permit or allow. 允准, this would be also the same thing. 允当, suitable or proper. 允诺, promise, consent, undertake. So, 枉 for injustice and 允 for justice. Another contrasted pair. 肯 means to agree, consent, or be willing to. 否 is nay, no, or not. So 肯否 is another opposing pair. And these are both commonly used with 定, right? So 肯定 would be like to affirm or confirm. Certainly, undoubtedly, definitely, surely, 肯定. Whereas 否定 would be to deny, negate, negative, deny, refute. So those are opposites. But this 否 also has another reading, P. And this P, it's used in certain phrases like 疲态, to the good and bad, rise and fall, 否极泰来. If you say out of the depth of misfortune comes the bliss. So this 否 can mean poverty stricken, like you're in a bad state. It could also refer to evil, things that are another kind of bad. It's blocked, clogged. This is I think usually we use a different word for this. A lump in the abdomen. Usually we use this with that cap. This is used in all kinds of things that are about illnesses. So like you see this, bing. It also has the same little hat. So usually we use that, not this character for that. Ju. We use this in the word 咀嚼. Right, just right here. 咀嚼. It sounds like that because it's supposed to sound like the sound of chewing. And it does mean to chew. Masticate. So it's just literally chewing with your teeth in your mouth on food. But it can also mean chew on, like in the sense of mulling something over, thinking about it, pondering. 咀嚼. But it's got the mouth on the side here. Close that door. 咀嚼 is the word. It's got other readings like 嚼, which not only can be used for chewing and eating, can also be used for chattering or talking nonsense. You get words like 嚼舌, or 舌 is your tongue. 嚼舌, wagging your tongue. Talking about arguing kind of meaninglessly. Just running your mouth, that kind of thing. Living expenses. This is a local dialect. 饺子. 饺子 is the bit on a bridle for a horse. So, then we got 叫. This is only pronounced 叫 in this word 倒叫, which is the word that you use to talk about cows ruminating. So, when you talk about cows ruminating, you mean the way that they graze on grass and they go from place to place and they walk around the field and they eat grass. So, like a ruminant animals is what you'd call them. But for people, when we say ruminate, we're talking about thinking really hard about something over and over. But here in this phrase, 咀嚼, it's 嚼. 咀嚼. 凯 means triumphant, victorious, harmonious. Originally, this was what we called the music played to celebrate military victory. So when your troops come home after they won the battle, you play happy music, and that's what this meant. Okay. Yin. So you got the music, and here you got the food, the drink, the feast, repose, entertain, a banquet. Yin. So you use this in a lot of words, phrases. Yin an, feel happy and contented. Yin hui, where hui is like the gathering, right? The event. Yin hui is a banquet or dinner party. Yin ke is when you talk about entertaining the guests. Yin le, you're enjoying the feast. Yin qing is qing ke, right? Is inviting guests over, hosting them. Yin xi, yin ying, yin zuo. Yes. So this is 咀嚼看yin. Your victory celebrations here. And next up, 惨 on the other side. 惨, brutal, miserable, pitiful, sad, stern, or severe. So this is used in words like 悲惨, or 悲 is a tragic. 悲惨, tragic and miserable. So you use it 惨案, massacre. 惨败, a disastrous defeat. You know, 惨毒,惨祸, miserable. Anything that's like horrible, miserable, extremely tragic, slaughter, catastrophic loss, that kind of thing you'd call 惨. 遭 is to meet with some horrible fate, suffer. It could refer to favorable or unfavorable turns in life, but I think more commonly we use it to talk about the bad things. So like 遭际, your circumstances. 遭劫, meet with catastrophe here. 遭难, meet with misfortune. 遭孽, endure hardships. 遭受, suffer. So you'll see that even though it means to meet with just in general, so it could technically also be used neutrally, like in 遭遇, but more commonly it's used 遭殃,遭灾,遭罪 for meeting with misfortune or negative circumstances, negative outcomes. 喜 was originally used to refer to that perfect and beautiful animal, like your lamb or your whatever calf that you're using to sacrifice. But we also use it to refer to dying a martyr's death. So in this case, military, right? We're talking about dying a martyr's death. 牺牲 is what you would call the sacrifice. Originally the sacrifice of your life for a cause, but we can also use it for sacrificing other things. It doesn't have to be that far. 牺牲. It's expenses, sacrifices, giving up. The ultimate sacrifice would be your life, right? So, and that is the one that we have right here, 牺牲. So, but when you put this with your cow, 牛, on the side, you know that you're talking about animal sacrifice, like cattle, sacrificing a calf, livestock, wild animals. Use this in general. So like 畜生, 牲畜, it works either way. Livestock or domesticated animals. But I believe that's also used牲畜, referring to domesticated animals or livestock. I think you can also use it as an insult, kind of as a slur for somebody. If you say, if you call a person 畜生, you're no better than an animal, a brute, a bastard, meanings like that. But I think usually when you say that, you would use the one for a person, so without the cow on the side. But this word by itself also refers to livestock. So 牺牲, sacrifice. So this is when you're met with disaster and you have to make sacrifices. So refer to white silk, sort of paper that you write on. Also refers to vegetables. So if you say like a vegetarian or vegan diet, you'd say 吃素. White, simple, plain, ordinary. So here we're talking about plain, ordinary in this context. So 裹 means to wrap up, bind together, or surround. Like if you talking about like you go to sleep and you wrap your blankets tightly around yourself, you'd say 裹被子. 席 is a mat. Use 席子. Specifically, traditionally, they're made out of bamboo. A place, a seat, a post, or position. So in the summertime when it's really hot, you sleep on your bamboo mats. 席 would be that one. 卷 means to roll up, carry along, sweep away. Spool, reel, wad. Here we're talking about rolling up. 席卷 rolling up in a mat. And what are we rolling up? We are rolling up the corpses of the dead soldiers who sacrificed their lives in this horrible calamity that their army was met with. So this big contrast with the previous victory music feast. And that is that is our 4 lines for today. And so, please remember every day that you want to go back and review everything that you learned before so you don't forget. Here we go.
快，帅，哥，把，帅，演，训，盘，剧，喊，字，叠，组，些，蓝，骚，党，尾，纵，遮，
静，
是，呼，是，晚，赞，玉，地，条，产，
I knew that was wrong. Mm.
把，号，笋，四，秤，羊，公，够，尾，
I
线，
misclicked. I misclicked.
晴， 派住浅够烦烦
There we go.
饿
Ugh. Cut off more culture.
仆
Why doesn't this have a description?
治
I see.
扶脚
What?
仆肩履退
Hey, these are today's words.
摔 燕照宝
What is this?
窜脚剩几允往凯素西席卷弹燕虫蕨丝钩把钩还
Why is it not giving me more?
拆插冲路共
Dang it. Don't know.
吃缩痛
Oh, happy fingers. Trigger. Trigger happy.
杀吃加缩绕
Why do I only get one? What is going on?
猴瓢
Oh, there we go. We're counting.
鼓
Oh, and now we're not counting again. When does it count and when does it not count? I will have to ask.
接绕接
This one.
辣那
辣
Well, that sounds different. This is.
鼓居伐井关绕雷累户杂叫他擦镜妈煮皮
Why is it still at 4?
秀墨偏
Also on the alternate reading ones, it doesn't show
一
the definitions.
体
Oops.
胡
Ah!
抢
Went down by 1.
Dai.
嗯，
沾。酱。
Oh, okay. So now we're done apparently. Are we though? Are we though? No. There's still so many. Anyways, every day we're supposed to hit 100. 100 on the review counter, so I haven't been going through that on this account either, so maybe in the future after we go through fewer lines with fewer new characters and we spend a bit more time reviewing everything we've learned. Alright, so keep up the practice. See you next time. Bye.